Hi, I'm Benjamin Scott from Mundo Películas. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
And I want to start asking you about your character because it's always in a rush. From the first scene, we saw her like taking the kid to school while she's working on the phone. And then she had this conversation with her sister in a point of the movie when she said to her, how lucky is she because she had times for her children. So I love this reflection about how fast the world moves and how we lose what is important.
Mm.
So when you read that reflection on the script, how did you, how did it shape the construction and the emotional line of your character and also the film?
Well, it was really important to me. It was really important to me not to shy away from those sides of being a mother that I think often don't get talked about. You know, many working mothers actually love their jobs and they thrive on it, and it brings them great happiness and personal satisfaction and a sense of identity. But at the same time, we do miss things and there is guilt, and you feel that sense of shame that maybe it's only you who didn't make it back to that school play or that football match. And so I just didn't want to ignore that important part of life, because ultimately this film is so much about real things that are happening to real people. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't lose sight of it. And that sense of also social realism has been something I've always been very struck by in the films that I have loved in my life. When I think about Mike Leigh and I think about Ken Loach, you know, these are filmmakers who I've never met actually in my life, but I've always really, really admired, and telling stories about real things that happen to real people that typically don't get discussed. I really found that in this script for Goodbye June, and was so thrilled that I was able to direct it. I had never imagined that that was going to be something that would come along at this time in my life. And I feel really enormously proud to have had this experience. It really was so rewarding to be with those extraordinary actors, to work alongside my son who wrote the screenplay, and all these wonderful, incredible children who brought the joy in every single moment. And that was also a very important part of this film, because that's what children do.
And also, I'm really curious to know how was all this for you because like being your son's vision on the screen, directing for the first time, acting, producing. And also, how was it for you to experience acting for the first time under your own direction?
So, I mean, everything about this experience was hugely challenging. I only had 35 days to shoot the film. That's 7 weeks, which is really not very long, not a very big budget. And I had all those actors and the seven children, like I described, but I only had Helen Mirren playing the title role for 16 days. So I had to be really, really ready. I had to give them all my energy. Everything was about the actors, really creating an environment for them to be in that they felt they could trust me, that they felt safe, that they could unravel before our eyes. And it was my job to capture that on camera. Directing myself for the first time, I mean, I just had to be really prepared. I learnt the entire script like a play before we even started shooting. So I never had to think about worrying about the dialogue or learning the lines, or that was never an issue, because I had prepared all of that already. And I just had to make sure that I gave myself lots of options. So making sure that I tried a scene in lots of different ways so that when I got into the edit, those things were available to me. And I do hope that the audiences of Chile will enjoy and watch our film, Goodbye June.
Thank you so much for your time, Kate, and
Thank
congratulations
you.
for this fantastic film. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.